Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Lee Sung-woo career mode series here. I'm feeling a little bit better, still a little under the weather, got a little bit of a cold this past week, but you know, we're pushing forward. Wanted to get a new video out to you guys. This time we're going to be doing our Ultimate Team series here. Now obviously this is a little bit more of the full starting team instead of just the original bronze starting team that you start out with. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to actually do an Ultimate Team series this year, but I decided after doing a lot of the squad building challenges and spending so much time actually playing Ultimate Team this year that why not make a series. So this is going to be called The Tale of Our Avail. So I know, cheesy name, had to come up with something that wasn't Path to Power, Road to Glory, or anything like that, but this is my squad after doing squad building challenges. I haven't actually spent any money on packs or anything like that. We're not going to in this series. I think I've only bought players that immediately went into squad building challenges. So to come out with this team, and then I think I may have I think the only player I bought for this squad was Caballero, at keeper, just to make sure that we had good chemistry at the back. But to start off with a squad with 94 chem with only players that I got out of the squad building challenges just kind of proves the fact that this is going to be a new year for Ultimate Team. This is going to be a very interesting year. There's a lot of money to be made in the squad building challenges. There's also a lot of money to lose in the squad building challenges this year. So it's going to be a little weird to kind of see how everything ends up panning out. Our first squad, this guy has the lone Aubameyang and lone Marco Reus going up against our team. He had mainly bronze players in there though, so this shouldn't be too bad. Team name LA Clippers going into it in our FIWC stadium. I think just about everybody I know for sure from the EA Access has it, and I think you just had to pre-order to get the actual stadium. We are playing in our Kaigo kit. We're using Kaigo and I believe a Japanese League team jersey as our home kit. So it's definitely a fun year. I think it's going to be for Ultimate Team. There's going to be games where there's not going to be a lot of scoring. There's going to be games where there's going to be a ton of scoring, just depending on who you play against. This guy he felt like a very FIFA 16 type of player, which I kind of am still in my sense as well. So it was good to come up against a guy like this. Here you guys are going to see I'm just messing around with corners again, but really starting to get really comfortable with my corners and just kind of the way that things are playing out with the team. I'm just getting more and more opportunities coming from corners. You'll see in one of these games that I end up scoring a couple opportunities to score from corners. Here he just passes the ball straight out to me, so you know I had to pounce on the opportunity, especially in the 50th minute. We weren't sure how many more opportunities we were going to get to progress in this game to get the victory. So I will say I love the Kaigo kit. I love the name badge thing on the back, how it's a faded out color on the back with the lettering on it. It looks really cool. I love this kit. It's probably my favorite kit out of the DJ kits. That is the end of that game. I didn't want to show too many highlights in this game because I wanted to make sure that I could get 4 games into one episode. If you guys do want me to focus a little bit more on the highlights of games, we can do that as well. But coming up into our second game after we got the 3 points in the last one, this is another decent team, 85 chem, 77 rated. This guy paid a little bit more attention to chemistry, but you could definitely tell that he was still in the very early workings of his team. Obviously this was recorded last night, so it was the first day of the game. There's going to be a lot of teams like this. I had the privilege obviously of having EA Access and did a lot of squad building challenges on the companion app on my phone, which I would recommend for a lot of you guys. If you're bored in class, you're bored at work, doing whatever, just pull out your phone, do a couple squad building challenges. It's really nice having Pauletta up front, obviously, which is a big reason why I wanted to switch to Xbox One this year. I have friends that play Xbox One, but I also wanted to make sure that I could play with the legends in Ultimate Team this year, and it's definitely paying off. I will say for corners, when you guys are looking at my technique and how I do this, you're going to see I put the ball into an area where there's no defenders at, and the marking is going to be a little iffy. And then while the ball is getting kicked off, you want to make sure that you are running around in some sort of circle or a route to lose your defender. That way you can get to where the ball is going to be. And when you do that, the computer is also trying to figure out where they should best position the AI to get in the best position to score a goal. So you end up having 2 of your players going after the ball, and usually at most only 1 defender going after the ball if you can outpace your marker. So chances are either you or the CPU will score. In this case, we ended up scoring with the CPU, and then the computer ended up actually going down the other end and scoring a pretty lucky rebound goal off of a corner as well. So it's definitely going to be an interesting year. I think corners are definitely more skillful from a player point of view, and the computer definitely obviously knows what they're doing. So it's going to be an interesting year for sure. Here, this guy obviously knew what he was doing with corners, and it paid off for him as well. So this was a very exciting game. Like I did say, you're either going to have games where you're not scoring that much like the first game, or you're going to have games like this where there's multiple opportunities in the game for a lot of goals. So I am feeling pretty confident. I need to fix my finishing a little bit in this FIFA 17 year, because I'm not scoring as many chances as I should, because I'm getting 10 to 15 chances a game, but only coming out with two goals on average, 2 to 3 goals on average. This game, a little bit different. Obviously, we got to really go at each other. I don't think either one of us were really focusing too much on defense, because we were both really confident in our attacking prowess. So it allowed both of us to just kind of run at each other as much as possible. I will say I do enjoy actually having Phil Jones at the back, which is a little weird, and that was a goal that I was very confused about, how it actually managed to ricochet off the keeper into the back of the net at the speed that it did. I don't understand how that angle makes any sense. If you guys want to try to delve into why that happened down in the comments, let me know. But other than that, I was just so confused, and it was in 45th minute. It just, morale was down. I was so confused of what was going on, but that is the end of the first half in this game. Sorry, still getting over this cold, so I don't want to cough into the mic too much, so I have to cut it every once in a while. But this is a fun team. Like I was saying, Phil Jones is a defender that I actually don't mind too much in this team. I think I do need to pair him with a little bit faster of a defender to make sure that they both don't get outpaced back there. Both of the wingbacks in the team are decently strong as well. This is a team made of 3 leagues. We have the BPL, the Portuguese League, and La Liga all in the same squad. So really, I'll probably just turn this team around and put them into a squad building challenge where I need multi-league, multi-team, multi-nationality type league, or squad rather, and just kind of go from there. Here in the 67th minute-ish, we actually managed to get a penalty, a little bit of a cheesy penalty, but the defender did 100% deserve it. Just ran straight into our player, and we managed to get the ball out. So it gave us the opportunity to go into this PK. So I did notice that if you are playing online, it does get rid of that meter that you use to actually shoot. I turned on the target assist, and that was the only thing that came up, unless that was a little glitchy. We'll see in the future. But we do manage to grab the 3rd goal for this game and 4th overall in our new Ultimate Team series. So that was also Pauletta's first goal for the team. Wanted to make sure that I gave him the penalty above all else, because I did want to try to get it to the point where he would I would feel more comfortable scoring goals with him. It's always after that first goal I feel so much more confident. So we managed to get another corner opportunity here, and again, just putting that ball kind of in no man's land. I saw a little bit of a slow defender right there, just kind of tried to pull off of the defender as much as I could. Computer actually ended up running in and knocking that ball into the back of the net, and it gave us our 4-2 lead and gave us a trophy for scoring 2 goals from a corner in 1 match. It was actually both the same player as well, our Argentinian center back from, I want to say, Celta Vigo, if I'm right on that. I'm not too sure, but this has definitely been a fun squad to play with. You're going to see we have the 3rd game after this one, and that's going to be Pauletta's last game. And then in the 4th game, we actually obviously lose Pauletta, so I end up moving James Rodriguez, who's playing center mid, to center forward in our false 9 4-3-3 formation, to try to get a little bit better passing, I guess, and focus more on the wingers, and it didn't quite work out as well as I planned because I think I need to put a little bit more focus on the wingers in this squad if I am going to do that. So, you know, you live and you learn. That's the whole point of this series, but that does give us the 4-2 win and 500 coins. So I want to do the point of this episode was really for me to try to get through Division 10 as fast as possible, obviously in 4 games, and just try to go back into more squad building challenges with a little bit more money. Whatever money I did get from this episode, I am going to turn around to squad building challenges, which will probably be a video in the next couple days. Tomorrow I should have my player series starting. The journey, I have decided that if I do anything with it, I'll probably just stream it. So it'll end up being like a 3-4 hour long video. One night I'll just end up popping it in and just try to get through it as much as possible. Side note, I guess, obviously you see this squad, pretty solid Bundesliga squad. I just finished watching the Champions League. It just ended a few minutes ago before I started this commentary. Bayern Munich lost to Atletico, which is pretty crazy. Arsenal won their game against Basel, which isn't that crazy. PSG won their game, so I believe we are tied at the top for goal difference and points in our group. Man City and the Celtic game's pretty crazy as well. If you guys haven't seen those highlights, I would definitely urge you guys to go watch those. But getting back into the gameplay here, this is another game where it was going to be a little scrappy. It's just how a lot of these players are right now in FIFA 17, including myself. I think I'm a little bit more composed than some of these other people, but you can definitely tell they're very FIFA 16 players, and they think that they could just sprint all over the place, you know, dive in wherever, and the mechanics just don't work exactly the same as they did last year, and it's a little bit of a different game. Here I ended up getting a pretty nasty slide tackle, but got away with it, and ball ended up falling perfectly to us, and we tried to work the ball into the box any way we could, just trying to work it around as much as we could, and ended up just triple tap crossing it over the face of the net, and it went right in front of our midfielder's head, diving header, which would have been nice. That was all computer controlled, and Paoletta ended up on the other side trying to score us a goal and ended up getting it. And that is how this game is actually going to end, in another 1-0 victory. So like I said, this is a weird FIFA. Depending on the type of player you come up against, you'll feel a very scrappy, almost realistic like game with a lot of possession changing, a lot of opportunities, but just really good defending. And then other times you'll come up in a game like the last one where we were both just kind of going at each other full force and managed to score 6 goals between the two of us. So that's how this game's going to end, in a 1-0 victory for us. So that gave us 9 points. So I decided after that this was going to be a 4-game episode, trying to get us into Division 9 as fast as possible. So I did want to give it one more chance, but that was the end of Paoletta's reign for the club. So we managed to get us our winning goal, which is always nice to send somebody off like that. So 476 coins, obviously going to go into the bank, but we did have to buy another player. I couldn't decide if I wanted to buy a striker that was going to match the whole team, or if I just wanted to move if I just wanted to move James up into that position, which we ended up doing. And then just going into the market, and we were looking for an Argentinian center mid from La Liga. Ended up coming up with Fernandez. It was either going to be Fernandez or Perez. So we ended up going with Fernandez, just trying to figure out how much I really wanted to pay for him. Couldn't find anything for a buy now price, so we just ended up bidding 700 on this 650 player, and ended up getting him for that. So looking at the squad now, that just really all it did was move James into the striker position and then move Fernandez into the starting lineup. So nothing really big changing there. Definitely going to have to use some of my other loan players that we do have. The big one being Boateng in the squad that we still need to use. So we'll probably focus maybe a little bit more on a Bundesliga team in the next iteration of the team, which may be the next episode. Like I said, we're probably going to do squad building challenges in between. And this team right here is probably going to be one of them that I end up submitting. I just have to find a new striker to replace James, and then I can throw him into the squad building challenges and go ahead and turn in the team for another pack. So make sure you guys are using the right players for certain packs. By the way, there's obviously some packs or some squad building challenges that are only going to give you 2 players, or they're only going to give you like non-rare players or something like that. So just make sure you're putting the right the right amount of coins, I guess, worth of players into squads, and not just putting your best players out there and end up getting nothing at all. So that is the big thing with squad building challenges, that you need to make sure that you are getting as much return on your investment as possible, because it is a lottery system at the end of the day, and it's kind of random in what you're going to get. Here we ended up getting a red card. I wanted to stop the attacking run. Thought I was only going to get a yellow for it because there was a defender behind me as well, but ended up not working out that way. Kind of saw it coming though, so ended up only giving us a red card, taking us down to 9 men and getting rid of our right back for the game. So it kind of put us in a little bit of a iffy situation. I wanted to throw this highlight in here because this is really how the entire game went. It was just a really scrappy game. We couldn't really figure out which way possession was going. I was getting a few opportunities to score, but nothing really too great. My passing wasn't that good. His passing wasn't that good. I just tried to work the ball around any way I could, really just trying to get some sort of opportunity to give us the victory, you know what I mean? So it is fun. I do really enjoy Ultimate Team this year. I wasn't a big fan of Ultimate Team last year, which is why I kind of just focused on career mode, my favorite thing to do. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to focus on career mode this year. I still have my manager career mode, my player career mode, and this Ultimate Series career mode that I'm going to be running kind of interchangeably throughout the week, just depending on what I actually want to record that day. So no set schedule on what days things are going to be uploaded. I hope you guys do enjoy everything that we are doing. Like I said, the My Player reveal will be tomorrow. I'll show you guys what player we're going to be playing as. I told you yesterday we will be playing for Barcelona today. I think I already told you this, but we will be playing as a center attacking mid, center mid. Probably going to list him as a center mid because it is Barcelona. I don't think they actually have a set center attacking mid position in their lineup, so we want to make sure that we try to get with the team as comfortably as possible. So it's going to be an exciting career mode for sure. Haven't decided how I'm going to do it, if I am going to go on loan, because I'm going to be obviously a youth player in a big team like Barcelona. I don't know how much playing time we're going to get, but I want to stay with Barcelona if possible. This game, though, it is going to end in a 0-0 draw, which means we do not go into Division 2 in this episode. Hopefully we can in the next episode. Like I said, I'll probably focus a little bit more on squad building in the next episode, trying to show you guys, you know, what players you should use compared to other players, what squad building challenges are easy right now, which ones are going to be really difficult to do, and just kind of show you the grind of that, and then maybe throw 1 or 2 games in as well to get us into Division 2 hopefully. So that is going to be the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.